Today we're going to learn about the four winds, what they mean spiritually, and what they mean in Greek mythology. Let's get started. What's the spiritual meaning behind the wind? The concept of the wind holds spiritual significance in many cultures and belief systems. In some traditions, the wind is seen as a symbol of change, transformation, and the unseen forces of the universe. It can also represent the presence of spiritual beings or divine messages. From the book of Revelations, John saw the spirits of the four winds, the four powers, and the four directions. So did the Native Americans. The winds are personified in Indian lore, and names are given to them to represent their characters, almost the same as in the Greek mythology. From the book of Revelations to the ancient Native Americans, the four spirits of the winds have been invoked to bring us the power of the four directions, the four times, and the seasons of the year and our lives. In many ancient tribes, on their medicine wheel, they would adopt the spirit guides of the winds, the spirit keepers of the east, north, west, and south winds. The winds themselves, their essence, are the breath of the world. And while their personification is steeped in law, it remains the winds themselves, the actual movement of the energy in air, the change in the weather, and destiny they portend are powerful elements, sometimes beyond personification. In their raw, wild essence, the winds are the breath of the earth. They are both spirit and corporal. Depending on your culture is what the wind will mean. Native Americans believe if you need a new beginning, seek the stone of the east wind. Let it blow you a new day. The color of the east wind is red. The color of the south wind is yellow. It blows dry and hot. It ushers in the summer of the year and of our lives. When you need warmth and relaxation from stress, seek the comfort of the south wind. Travel the medicine wheel to use its golden hue. The west wind's color is brown, as the earth rotates, driving the winds to blow west to east. When you need to connect to the earth and its nature, when you seek to remember your roots, take time to connect to the west wind. The north wind's color is black. It's the color of the dark winter nights of the north winter. The north wind brings power, majesty, and strength to the earth. It can bring it to you also. Seek it out. The biblical references to the four winds are mentioned in several passages throughout the Bible. These references describe the winds as being held back by the angels, released as a form of divine judgment, or as agents of God's power and authority. In Greek mythology, the anemoi, which means winds in Greek, the anemoi are four main winds: north, west, south, and east. Borealis, god of the north wind and the cold winds of winter. Zephyrus, god of the west wind and the warm breezes of springtime. Notus, god of the south wind and the torrential storms of summer. Eurus, god of the east wind and harbinger of fall. According to Greek mythology, the winds were the children of Titans, an older generation of gods in Greek mythology. They represent the more cosmic elements of the universe. The father of the anemoi was Astraeus, the Titan god of astronomy, stars, and planets. Their mother, Eos, was the Titan goddess of the dawn. It's worth noting that the anemoi were not the only wind deities found in Greek mythology. Their female counterparts, the harpies, had similar roles as the personification of divine gusts of wind. The Greeks also believed in the Thyrella, a group of 4 lesser gods that represented violent winds and were the dark counterparts of the 4 original Anemoi. These 4 lesser gods that were violent represented the north violent wind, the south violent wind, the violent southwest wind, and the violent northwest wind. So what did we learn today? Well, whether you believe in Greek mythology, Native American folklore, or even your Bible verses, the 4 winds are divine energies. Whether they were born to gods, sent by the gods, or released by the angels, they are spirits, just like our spirit guides, that help us during the times in our lives when we need it the most. Thanks for joining us today for more spiritual learning. Check out the playlist to see our other videos. And we'll see you again soon.